I am now live and you are live with me, G3. And I put my hair this way kasi kanina nag-nip-slip daw ako kaunti. But just the same, I want to thank Una Richie for my top. Mina Richie Alagao. So Una Richie is located at Trist in Power Plant in Rockwell. Or you can go to their Instagram page, Una Richie, and order this. It's such a cute top and you know I enjoy wearing it. So like again, I'm not a prince kind of girl, but you know I like this print, so I wore it tonight. And also I am drinking Mix Mojo like I do every week, and they sent me this new mix and it's a collab with Agimat Bar and it's called Gayuma ng Sirena. O diba bagay kay Matteo, Gayuma ng Sirena. And I have been drinking like maybe like half of the drink, but I still have to put the cucumber because it comes with cucumber. So I'm gonna put it inside. Hindi pala siya cucumber and then meron siyang konting leaves. Ayan. So diba? Very plantita and plantito. So cheers guys. What are you drinking tonight? Did you enjoy the interview with Hart? Also, I am wearing skincare and makeup from L'Oreal. And this is the shade of lipstick I'm wearing. Ayan na si Matteo. Wait, mag-lipstick lang ako. Maghanda tayo for Matteo. Kasi si Matteo, oh my God. Sobrang crush ko si Matteo ever since. And I tell him that. And, you know, it's embarrassing, but I don't care. Okay, so welcome to our second hour for this Monday. And I just want to thank everyone who watched the season opener last week because like I said, it gained a lot of attention and you know a lot of people commented, and you have to be patient with me like I said because I'm not a host, so I'm just you know trying this out. So yes, I will try to be less talkative because I'm really madaldal. Like for people that know me, alam nila madaldal ako. And sige, yeah, I will try to like maybe not touch my hair so much. So this guy is somebody that I actually really love. Wait, di ko siya mapindot. And he is the one and only Matteo Guidicelli. So we are connecting with him, and he is fresh from his Manpulo honeymoon, the one and only. Ay, parang hindi siya pumasok. Hala, ano nangyari, Matt? Ayan. So, let's do it again. Take 2. I call him Macho kasi Macho. So, Macho. Fresh from his Manpulo honeymoon, the one and only.
What's up, G?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, G.
What's up, Macho?
Wow, sexy naman ni G3, oh.
Thank you. Wait, before we start, can you please do a shot muna with me? You said how you promised kanina. You said you'll do a shot with me.
Sure.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Tea.
No, you said you'll do a shot and then you'll drink tea. Masyado namang lolo na yan. Grabe naman.
No, I haven't.
Cheers. You're being
cheers,
very...
Cheers.
Cheers. Ang corny. Grabe.
How are you, G3?
I'm good. Are you scared?
Scared of what?
Of me.
Never scared of you.
Okay. Are you stressed?
No.
Okay. So what
How are you?
Like? Ano?
How are you?
I'm good. I've been resting a lot. I've been gaining a lot of weight. But you've been like on the treadmill. You've been on the bike every day. And like I see your sweat on the floor. How much do you sweat a day? What, like if you're gonna think in gallons, how many?
Wow, G. Every morning we sweat a lot. The workout we do kasi in the mornings here, the cycling trainer, we train with different Philippine team people in the triathlon community, and then they push hard. So, you know, we end up pushing hard. Daming nag-message dito mo, Gia. Oh,
ano?
Si Abby. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
You know Abby? Yeah, of course you know Abby from Star.
Wait, Matteo, what time do you start? What time do you wake up? Like on
5.
What time do you wake up? 5.
5. Yeah.
That's why you're asleep at 11. You said you're asleep at 11. Tama ba? What time is
Yeah, I go to bed 11, 12. Depends.
Pwede naman pala 12. Ikaw naman, na-stress naman ako. Sabi mo, 11, pwede pala 12 eh. How much sleep do you need?
No, I try to sleep 6 to 8 hours, no.
Yeah,
But
that's good. That's a good
my
number.
body, I wake up at latest 6:30. I can't
Okay.
go more than that. Kumbaga, no. I don't know why. I try,
But
but
I feel the
huh?
same. Like, if I wake up like later than 7, parang feeling ko na iwanan na ako ng mundo. Diba? Parang I
Yeah.
feel so lazy. Diba?
That's why
Hi,
your skin's
Doris.
so nice,
Doris
oh.
from Bello. Hi, Mateo.
Hi,
Doris from
Doris.
Bello.
Oh, Doris, talking about Bello. You go to Bello?
Yes, I go to Bello, but I'm still waiting for my Botox treatment. Doris, pakiayos na yung ano ko, yung lips. Mateo,
Gee,
kamusta ka na?
what have you been busy with?
I have been busy with absolutely nothing. I mean, no naman. I've been
No, I'm
doing a
sure you've
lot of
been busy
writing.
with things.
Yeah, I've been doing some writing. I've been taking meetings. I'm just waiting for the right project. Kasi diba parang, like right now, everybody's taking a pay cut. Diba parang, I don't know about you,
Right.
because you've been getting a lot of endorsements. You're now the endorser of Meralco and everything. But like for the most of us, parang we're trying to, I'm trying to see what's the right fit for me now. Diba? So I've sort of stumbled into this thing that going live, and I feel like I really wanted to talk to you because you are one of the people that, I sort of grew up with in this industry. Do you remember the first time that we met?
Of course, I remember. I always see you
Ako,
everywhere.
parang iniisip ko kanina kung kailan tayo nagkilala eh. So, gusto ko i-test. Kailan tayo una nagkakilala?
I don't remember the specific day. Do you?
See? I asked you. Sabi ko, do you remember when we first met? Sabi mo, of course I remember.
No, I remember. I remember the times we've met, the times we're together, etc. All these things. But the particular day we met, kailan ba yun? When? Where?
We met in the airport, Matteo, Guidicelli. We went
In
to
the air. For a show.
Yeah. Tapos ang packaging mo ng singer, tapos ayaw mo pa mag-swimming, niyaya kita mag-swimming sa dagat. Dali ka na, mag-swimming ka na. Ayaw mo mag-swim, but ayaw mo mag-swim.
Really?
Yeah, in Guimaras. Anyway, di ba parang I know you to be an athlete. You were actually a race car driver, and that was my first. Like when we were brainstorming the show, we were saying, sino ba yung artist dapat? And then
Which show? The show?
Yeah, the one that we did in Guimaras. Tapos sabi ko parang,
okay.
He's a race car driver. Ganyan. I haven't really heard him sing, ganyan. But, di ba parang, what made you transition from being an athlete to becoming a singer? What do you think? Like at that time. And you have this very long hair. Naalala mo ba yung buhok mo dating parang ganyan? Yung
ganun.
Oo. So parang diba, you were a very, very accomplished race car driver, and then all of a sudden, you were in show business. So what made you decide to make that transition?
I started racing when I was 11 years old. We moved to Manila when I was 13. And one of my first endorsements, Pen Shop, okay? I got this endorsement, Pen Shop. My main purpose of being an endorser and all this stuff was just to create, to get like endorsements, attention, to get more sponsors for my racing. Because my dream was to be the first Formula One driver, the first Filipino in Formula One, which up to now no one has done. But Marlon went close.
I love Marlon, you know that.
Yes. Who do you love more, me or Marlon?
Of course you.
Okay, thank you, G. No, I saw you, and then Georgie Dingkong. You know Georgie, Kuya George?
Yes, we were talking earlier. Hi, Georgie.
Hi, Kuya George. He's the manager of Kogi Domingo and a lot of other stars. He saw me in a pen shop, launch, and he said, "Boy, I can manage you." And I was a kid from Cebu, super innocent, didn't know anything. So I have to be honest with you, okay? I have to be honest with you. And this is no offense to anything or anything. This is pure, I was really scared because imagine this, Kuya George is gay, no? So I'm this little kid, 14, 15 years old. So a 14-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid, and I, this guy comes up to me and says, "I can manage you, I can take care of you." I was like, whoa. So I said, okay, I'll schedule a meeting with my family. So Kuya George and I, we scheduled a dinner with my family. We had a dinner in Greenbelt, I forgot what restaurant. And the first thing he said to my parents was, "Don't be scared, I'm gay." And after that day, Kuya George has been family to me, and I love Kuya George so dearly. And yeah, he's like like an aunt to me, kumbaga. Wow, aunt.
Tita, diba? Tita rin siya. Tita rin. Actually, we were on the phone this morning. But my God, yes. I mean, like, I remember that I was watching on sa shop. Ay, may bosses si Kuya. Magandang lalaki, tas may bosses. And then, you eventually went into acting, and then you eventually went into all of these things. And now, you are a restaurateur, you are an endorser, you are an ambassador, you are a military man. You are everything. Is there anything you can do except dance? Kasi hindi ka sumasayaw. Kaya iniisip ko kanina, ano bang hindi ginagawa ni Matteo? Hindi siya marunong sumayaw.
Yeah, I wish I could dance, but no.
Yeah, but you can't have everything kasi you have the body
no,
and the
no.
face. So,
No.
so why do you think that you are such an expert in all of these things?
I'm not an expert.
Or why do you think you're good? Why do you think you're good in all of these things? Like singing,
Well,
acting, like being a military man, a restaurateur. Which, by the way, you haven't invited me to the Johnny. Parang parati siya na sa top 10 restaurants, ha?
you have to go. We're opening again for dine-in tomorrow. If hopefully the ECQ is lifted tonight, we'll see. So we're gonna be back open for dine-in, no? But we're open for takeouts, delivery, etc.
It's always part of the top 10 best restaurants
Really?
in the city.
Thank you, G.
Everywhere. So why do you think that you are why do you think you are so good in like everything that you put your mind into? Why do you think you're good in acting, you're good in singing, when you have an album, and now that you're endorsing everything and then you're a restaurant, why do you think you're good at that? Is it because you're an athlete by heart?
I don't consider myself good or I know, but what I can say, G, is that when I do something, I do it with honesty and with all I have. Kumbaga, no, I don't. I do something because I love doing something. I won't. That's why I don't dance, because I just don't. That's not me, diba? I'm not like Z and Lim that's gonna go out there and try to dance.
Pero may concert ka. Kasi naalala ko talaga, sabay kayo ng concert ni Sam Milby. Tapos sinabi mo, G, can you go to my concert? Sabi ko, oh my God, literally 10 seconds ago, Sam Milby asked me to go to his concert. So nauna lang siya by 10 seconds. I've never seen you in concert. So sumasayaw ka ba sa concert mo?
No, we move. I made the G-Force dance for me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I don't have pictures now, but I remember we had a concert in Kia Theater, and the opening, I wanted like 2 girls on top of me, parang movements, and they moved.
2 girls on top of you. 2 girls on top of you, hooray. I mean, like, I'm not that. I mean, like, yeah, that's a great thing. Pero Matteo, di ba parang, when you forayed into show business, what was the thing that you loved about it the most? Like when you entered show business? Kasi di ba nagpelikula ka, nagteleserye ka, di ba? I mean, I don't even remember like exactly kung ano yung projects natin together. But I know that we worked a lot together. We worked
live shows together, di ba?
Mga live show.
A lot of live.
A lot of live. Yes. Pero, what was the thing that because we're talking about love, di ba? And the journey and everything. So what was the thing that you loved most about joining show business?
I have to be honest with you. In the beginning, when you start show business, this is my opinion and my journey. Okay. When you go out in show business, I started with Georgie, and then I transitioned to Star Magic. In Star Magic, they try to prepare you to do everything, sing, dance, act, etc. So they push you out there. They make you do this, do that. And after all these years in show business, you find your niche. You find what you want to do. And I think a couple of years ago, I told myself, Matteo, I want to do this. I just want to stay here and do this. So I started focusing in one thing. What do I love about show business? In the beginning, G3, it was more about what project will make you sikat, what project will do this, But today, it's more than that, G3. It's about what project or what activity will give an impact or create a difference, create change in somebody else's life.
Yes, exactly. And you have been so successful in doing so many of those things. Like you come up with an album, you come up with a concert, like whether it's a collaboration with another artist, whether it's a solo concert. I have never seen you in concert, and that is my biggest regret in my life because like I've never supported. Galit ka ba sa akin? Hindi ako nanonood ng concert mo. Pero nanonood mo, tsaka teleserye mo. Diba? But of course, diba, more than anything, you have always been somebody known to be a fighter for love. And I mean that in the best, most loving way, diba? I remember there was this Star Magic Ball, like me and Miss Chit, it was, I think it even in the peninsula, and then we went to sa Londoning, and it took her like maybe like 30 minutes to order a drink. And then like when her drink came, like somebody like flew on top of her drink, and I looked and it was you who threw that. I'm not gonna say who, but I'm saying ko, Miss Chip, ang tagal mo inintay yung drink, bumili ng tapunan ng tao. Tapos pagtingin ko, ay si Matteo, hi, di ba? Parang, and it was like because I knew that you were fighting for a girl, di ba? What kind of a guy are you when you are in love that you will fight for a girl?
I guess when I'm in love, I give everything. No? I give everything. It's like in anything I do. When I'm in love, when I love something, I give everything, and talaga I go for it. But you know, in our younger days, G3, all these fights, all these things, this is natural. This is all because our hearts and minds are very young, no? So we like pushing. But I'm very thankful, G, that all these things has happened in my life because I don't think it would have. If it didn't happen, I wouldn't have been ready for today.
That's true. That's true. And I was very proud about how you handled that situation because like maybe days and weeks after or maybe even years after, that was resolved. And like parang kaming lahat, parang wow. Like he was really, you know, man enough to admit what happened that night. And you know, parang kami talaga like sobrang bilib sa'yo. And of course, it was a journey. Diba? It was a journey. It just showed us how much you were willing to give and how much you were willing to fight for love. And that was going to be your trajectory throughout, diba, your career, diba? Parang, what do you feel, Matteo, is like parang the milestones in your career that led you to where you are now? Like, ikaw, parang ano yung mga like when you look back at your career, kasi syempre now everyone's like naka-standby, everyone's like, diba, parang medyo chill, ganyan. But when you look back, and when you reflect, what do you think are the milestones in your career that led you to where you are now?
Wow, gee, I'm gonna tell you frankly, huh?
Mahirap.
Yeah, because it's a journey. It's a journey. I feel like everything is a journey. There's not one project that was more important than the other. Every project was important because not just about the project, not just about the material, but about the people you meet and the people you create friendships with. No, from day one, from day one, from the show called Go Kada Go with Direk Mortis.
Comedy yan, di ba? Comedy.
Yeah, that was my first ever show when Kim Chu and Gerard just got out of the PBB house. We were together there, and Alex Gonzaga, Banks Garcia, Joan Bascon, all of them were all there. Yeah, and then after that, I did other shows and I left for college for a while. When I came back, I did Agua Bendita with Andy Eigenman.
Yun talaga yung nagmarka, di ba? Agua Bendita.
Yeah, I think that started, no? And then when I went to Agua Bendita, I fell inside showbiz, and you know I saw the craziness of showbiz, which is kind of crazy. Hey, have you seen the series Hollywood on Netflix?
Yes. Sino ka doon? Kanino ka nakarelate doon?
I can pinpoint who's who there.
Oh, ako din! Gusto namin natin ngayon.
When I was watching that with my wife, with Sarah, no, I was like, oh my gosh, this is that.
Ano sinasabi ni Sarah pag sinasabi mo, si ano yan? Kasi kilala ko naman kung sino yung mga yan, di ba? Kilala ko sino yung manager, kilala ko sino yung executive, ano sinasabi ni Sarah pag sinasabi mo na parang, I know who this is? Quiet.
Ganon. I always explain to her, syempre, love, you're in a different level. You've always been handled with care with Boss Vic and Super. You're always up there, you know. But me, talagang, and a lot of us, kumbaga, we've seen everything. We've seen the roots.
Yes, my God.
We've seen the roots.
Everything. We have heard and we have seen everything, like all the sides of show business. And you know, parang, we still have this ongoing love affair with it. And I feel like, di ba, with the closure of ABS-CBN, like, we're sort of like, you know, parang nangangapa tayo kung saan tayo pupwesto, kung saan tayo lulugar. What do you miss most about being artista and being able to act and perform? What do you miss about it?
Oh, I miss the sets, G3. I miss the sets. I miss the sets, if I can say, of Direct May Cruz. If I want to be really... I love... I just love Direct May Cruz's sets. the environment of how she creates a scene, how she creates the working vibe, and how she allows reality to happen.
That's true.
Direct May is amazing. I
I
remember
love
when we
her.
were
Ano
yeah
talaga
when
siya? Parang siya talaga, she is like she's a mother on set and she is a sister and she will encourage you. Di ba parang ganon? Ganon yung environment ng set. And of course, we worked with a lot of directors and iba-iba talaga yan ng style, iba-iba talaga yan ng treatment and everything. But of course, di ba parang we care about what we put out. We care about like the project, we care about like the show and everything, ganyan, di ba? Parang I feel like ikaw, parang nagkaroon ka talaga ng mga major milestones in your career and it has always been laced with love. Kasi di ba parang what's the point in doing something tapos hindi mo naman, di ba, wala ka namang connections na na-perform.
of course.
Di ba? You always form connections with the people that you work with, like writers, directors, producers, and everyone, like in the staff and ganyan. Also with your co-actors. What was it like for you, like doing your first kissing scene? Who was it with?
My first kissing scene.
Himaha ba yan, yung movie niyo with Enrico? And
Chico,
Zango?
first kissing scene ko ba yun, G?
I'm asking you.
I forget. I forgot.
So, pero naalala mo yung emotion ng first kissing scene mo?
Yeah, it was very awkward. It was very awkward.
Awkward, diba? Awkward.
Super awkward. I remember moving forward to I did Precious Hearts Romances.
Yeah.
That's like major kissing scenes right there. That's like bed
Sino partner mo
scenes.
doon?
Jessie Mendiola and Jewel Mish.
Oh, wow! I love Jessie.
And Denise Laurel.
I love Jessie. Denise and Jessie. Oh, and then?
Yeah. What about Jewel Mish?
I don't remember Jewel Mish. Yung naman si
Jewel,
Jewel.
she's married now. I think in America or something.
Okay. So, anong feeling
Yeah.
pag nakikipag-kissing scene ka sa mga art? I don't know kasi. So, what's the feeling? Is it like a procedural thing or is it like something na parang medyo konting enjoyment?
People outside of the industry, viewers would think it's wow, you're kissing this, you're kissing that, hello. But in reality, it's not like that, because you're very concerned about your co-actor's feelings. What if mabastusan to? What if she feels insulted? So you're very, very concerned, and plus you have a lot of people watching you, so it's not at all pleasurable or not at all not at all parang it's really work, GT. It's really work.
But,
like
yes.
Go.
But you also did a movie with Maha.
Yes.
A movie with Maha. And that turned into something. Diba parang, I was talking to Hart kanina, sabi ko sa kanya, ikaw may mga project ka na, alam mo yun, may partner ka, tas okay lang. Pero may mga project ka na may partner ka na in love ka sa partner mo. So in the same manner, like, parang feeling, wala akong kilalang artista na nagkaroon ng project na hindi sila na in love sa partner nila. That also happened to you. What was the experience like? Parang, oh my God, this is different. I'm also acting with the person and I'm in love with the person. So what is that feeling that you are acting with the person that you are in love with?
Paano ba?
Mas nakakakilig ba? Mas gumagaling ka ba as an artista? Or mas parang, oh shit, I have to take a step back and like look at this.
No, I like it better when you have no relationship with that person you're working with.
Why?
It's more professional, and it's more your co-actress or co-actor doesn't like respects her work and you respect your work. Parang I remember working with Shaina for Single with the
I saw that movie. Congratulations, Matteo.
Thank you. We did the series and then the movie. I really enjoyed that project because it's very real. And with that, parang, you know, Shaina is an actress and she respects me as an actor, and we go on the set and we do our thing and we get from each other. If you have a relationship with somebody or you're too close to somebody, parang that somebody tends to, dapat ganito, dapat ganyan, wag ganyan. So it will break your, I mean, you're a writer. You don't want a co-writer to say, G, ang pangit yan ah. G, ano ba yan? Tanggalin mo yan.
Ko talaga.
Diba? I think it's very important to respect each other. But of course, you have to take creative criticism in if it's really bad or whatever, or you have to change stuff. You have to be open to that. But it's I don't know, it's a different feeling.
So you would rather work with somebody na wala kang personal connection to. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
For instance, Denise Laurel, we had a bunch of kissing scenes, you know, intimate scenes, etc. But you know, after the whole, I forget. Like if you ask me now, I've forgotten about it already. But we'd shoot it. After that, when we go home the next day, it's done. We don't. I forget. You forget about it already. Kumbaga.
What's your favorite role?
One of my top of my mind, like I say, Dolce Amore.
Yung sexy ka.
Hindi. Yung Dolce Amore with Lizken, with Enrique and
Okay.
Liza.
Yes. I remember that. I remember. What is it like being like, parang ikaw yung nasa labas ng love team? Kasi nasa simbahan, namatay ka sa simbahan, di ba?
Yeah. You remember, huh?
Yes, of course, I watched that. So, ano yung feeling na papasok ka sa isang established na love team? And of course, I remember when they were brainstorming for that show and they were looking for the third person, sabi nila, parang iniisip na, sino bang makakatibag sa sobrang lakas, kasi ang lakas ng lesbian at the time, di ba? Parang, and they made the decision that Matteo, Guidicelli, ko, ay, perfect. Kasi syempre, nakikichismis lang naman ako on the side. Kilala ko yung mga writers kanila na.
Oh,
And
thank
then,
you.
di ba, parang, at some point in the teleserye, I was really rooting for Liza to end up with you. But coming into the teleserye, you already knew that hindi mapupunta sa'yo yung girl. So, ano yung feeling mo coming into the project that you're not gonna get the girl?
At first, it was a blessing really to work with this power couple, this power love team. So, of course, and it's very nice to work with them. And I really like the material.
Yes, ganda.
I really like the material because Italian, etc., all this stuff. So it was very interesting. But the material was nice. Our writer Mark Amos.
Amos.
Yeah, he's very good. And then he made me really towards the end of the show, I was really bad. I was really like an asshole there and everything. So it was really enjoyable. It was very nice to do.
Yes, I remember that so very, very well. And of course, like you mentioned that it was an Italian role, ganyan. Kaya part of it was because because you were the Italian also. What part of you is Italian and what part of you is Filipino? And I don't mean anatomically, ha? I mean like sa pag-uugali, sa upbringing and everything. Because your father is Italian, your mother is, obviously, your father is Italian, Guidicelli, apelido mo. Your mother is Filipina, Cebuana. What part of you is Italian and what part of you is Filipino? What do you think?
I guess Italian and Filipino, they have a really, really tight resemblance. Kumbaga, no, there's a lot of similarities together. We both love food. We both love religion is a big aspect.
Family.
Yeah, family togetherness, and I think being faithful. In the religion aspect, no, and God and all that stuff, they're very tight. They love cooking, very family oriented. Parang they blend in very well. So I'm
like I always have the best of both, diba? Parang Italians and Filipinos are the same in such a way that they are so closely bonded with family. They love to gather around food. Parang ganun yung Parang nagagalit na lahat ng fans. Bakit hindi daw natin pinag-uusapan si Sarah? Kailan mo first time nakita si Sarah?
Sa trabaho dati. As I've been saying about the Italian thing, as I always tell Sarah, love, Italiana ka na. In a few years, may Italian passport ka na rin.
Mahilig siya sa pasta?
Yeah.
Anong favorite mong pasta? May vongole ako. Anong favorite mo?
Yeah, Sarah loves vongole. She loves vongole.
Ikaw, anong favorite mo?
Me, pasta ragu.
What is that? Ano yung ingredients nun?
Ragu is basically like meat sauce. Oh. So yung tomato sauce with a little ground beef there. So parang ganun. When you come to the restaurant, I'll give you.
What is the Johnny about?
Johnny is my grandfather. The reason why I accepted also Dolce Amore was because of my grandfather. My grandfather passed away a few months before Dolce, and thank you. And then when Dolce was presented to me, parang I felt like it was parang it was for my grandfather. Parang sabi ko, wow, out of all the characters, out of all these things, who would give me an Italian role? I mean, why now? Why would ABS-CBN produce an Italian role? So I said yes, and we shot in Venice, where my grandfather was from. Anyways, crazy things. And then eventually we decided, why don't we continue the legacy of my grandparents? Because whenever you go to my grandparents' house in Cebu, pagpasok mo sa condominium nila, pati yung tubig daga Italy, lahat, Italy lahat. Yung dalawang katulong namin na kasama namin nung baby pa kami, they speak Italian now, si Jean and Antonia.
Wow!
Oh, through the
Italian.
Yes. Through the years.
Something in Italian, like to describe my beauty.
Wow. G3, sei molto bella.
Ano ibig sabihin nun?
You're very beautiful.
Cheers! Asan na yung paa
Cheers,
mo?
cheers,
Asan na yung
cheers,
paa
cheers,
mo?
cheers. Cheers. So yun, the Johnny is basically a legacy, a memory of my grandparents, and we continue the food and we serve the people the food.
That's wonderful. And you're starting to talk, like every time you talk about the Johnny, you're talking like an Italian. Because I dated Italian guys. And like,
Ah, you dated an Italian guy?
Ano?
You dated an Italian guy?
Like several. Not naman several, like maybe a few. Baka pag several, masyado lang po.
I see all your posts before ECQ. Dami mong guys, ha?
Hoy, hindi. Grabe ka, ha? Once a month lang, ha? Sobra ka. Pero
And they're
gusto ko
all
din
white. They're all like white boys.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I'm just saying.
Anyway, like I've dated an Italian guy, and like Italian guys are so, I mean, like they're passionate and they will make you eat talaga. They will make you eat. What was your first date with Sarah like? Did you make her eat a lot?
Yeah, what was our first date?
Where did you bring her? Where did you bring her? Like kayong dalawa lang, ah.
Where did we go ba? Wow,
Kasi
yeah,
diba
forgot
Italian
that.
guys, gusto kanilang pakainin ng pakainin. Parang ganun yung Italiano, di ba?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Where was our first date? I really forgot where our first date was. But Sarah loves Italian food and she loves pasta and all that stuff. But she always says, love, sometimes mag Pinoy food naman tayo minsan. Kasi minsan na napapagod din siya sa mga pasta at lahat-lahat.
Ano favorite mo? Ikaw, anong favorite mong Filipino food?
Kare-kare.
Why? Peanut butter?
Sometimes, not all the time. Sinigang.
I love sinigang. What kind of sinigang do you love? Baboy, baka, hipon, isda?
Hipon.
Okay, true.
Hipon, baboy. Iba-iba eh. Depends.
Si Sarah, anong favorite niyang food?
Yun. Kung Filipino, sinigang, mga ganyan.
Ano yung sinigang
Pasta,
niya?
vongole pasta.
Hipon din yung favorite niya na sinigang.
Yes.
Ah, so same kayo. And then who cooks? You cook or she cooks?
She does the Filipino and I do the Italian and she does the baking in the house.
Nice. And then you take turns or parang like, bahala na kung like, if I feel like cooking, I'm gonna cook.
It depends. You know, I'm with her. I'm inspired to cook a lot. I've never cooked this much in my life.
Yay!
You know, I've been cooking a lot. But Sarah now, she has ASAP tomorrow. They're shooting for ASAP. So she's been inside the studio for 2 days. She hasn't gone out.
Ah, okay,
So,
okay. And,
yeah.
What about you? Like, what's your work schedule like these days?
Everything's online, G. Majority of everything I do is online.
Nakita ko yung advertisement mo with Nico Bolzico, di ba? Parang, how did your friendship start?
Bolzico. I think it was in Anne's wedding in New Zealand. We went there. We had a great time. We drank so much. The next day, we both woke up with bruises on our foreheads. So after that day, we were like lovers forever. And he's a great guy.
I know. Sobra talaga. As in, para talaga kayong kumbaga kung destiny yung mga magjowa, destiny as friends, di ba?
Yeah.
Did you think that, like, when you were growing up, what was your, because we're talking about love and the journey to marriage, di ba? Parang, what was your earliest notion about romantic love when you were growing up? Kasi, di ba, syempre, like tayo, ang first inkling natin about love is like when we watch our parents, di ba? What about you? You're Italian. Italians are very passionate. They're very, like, you know, giving, and they're very, you know, about their feelings and everything. They're very, like, huge and, like, gestures, di ba? What was your earliest notion about love? Romantic love, that's what I mean.
I always wanted to get married early at a young age. Sabi ko sa mga kaibigan ko, by 25, 26, 27, may asawa na ako. I always said that. And I'd always... Yeah, but you know, I'm 30 now, so it happened when I was 30. But I always, my dad is my idol, kumbaga, in the marriage field. You know, I wanna be like him. Of course, he's not perfect, but I wanna be like him, like a one woman man.
One woman man.
So I want to do that. I want to give my wife everything, and I want to be there for my wife whenever she needs me. Let her grow. Let her be the best version of herself with me by her side.
Of course, diba, parang 25, you said na parang you wanted to be married at 25. Diba? Parang that's such an early age for for a guy, but I feel like when you've already grown up with this kind of atmosphere around you, di ba, parang what's the point in waiting, di ba? Parang
Exactly.
what were the qualities that you were looking for in somebody that you wanted to be with for the rest of like your life when you first became aware of like being in love for the first time? Ano yung mga
Oh wow!
qualities?
When I was in love for the first time, like I want to marry this girl right away. Like I want to be with her for the rest of my life. But I guess relationships when you're young is very important. You get to learn the ins and outs of relationships, of love.
Right.
You build character. You learn. You get more and more wisdom every day, and you just learn. And one day you just one day it just struck me that sabi ko sa sarili ko, this girl I trust. This girl I trust. And from that day, boom,
Wow.
yun na yun.
Wow. So talagang trust talaga yung number one qualification for you because you know like a lot of your fans and a lot of Sarah's fans are very young, very idealistic. I am a popster and I know what popsters are all about, diba? Like when we look at you and when we look at your love story, we know that it's a love story that is worth fighting for. It is a love story that we all, bow down to because my God, talagang iba rin yung pinagdaanan nyo at iba rin kasi not a lot of Sarah's boyfriends went through what you went through, and it's something about persistence and something about like a real lasting, love that's fighting for love. And my God, ako, like I've seen you and I might not have been like very vocal, I might not have texted you, but like sabi ko, sa lahat ito ang magsasucceed. You know why? Because when I look at you, I see that you are somebody that will fight for it, di ba? Parang when you don't remember the first time you actually saw her, but when was the first time that you realized that this girl was somebody special?
When back in the ABS-CBN days na she would all just walk in the corridors going to ASAP, mga ganyan, oh, see her, I just wave, hello, that's Sarah.
Type ko na siya nun.
Yeah, it was very, very hard to actually approach her because there's so many people around her. And then I remember one time she had a concert in Batangas, and I really went. I went to Batangas, and the vice president of Popstars or something was somebody that worked for Joji Dinko. So I let them organize, like, can I go backstage? Can I get a picture with her, etc. All that stuff. And we actually did. We did that, and from up to today, we have that picture. We have that picture. And I actually sat with the Popstars in front. We watched the show and then I left. And it was crazy. And sabi ko, wow, I really want to get to know this girl more. And Billy Crawford was the way in. And I went to Cebu when they had a show in Cebu. But it was very difficult, G3. And then later I had to go to college. I left for college. Sabi ko, I'm never going to see this girl again. So our connection's done. So nag-feeling lang ako may connection pero wala because she didn't know. She didn't know. So when I got back from college, my manager Georgie calls, Matt, you're gonna be guesting in Sarah Geronimo's concert
show.
in America. In America. Just go, okay, wow, let's go, let's do this. So we went. When we were in the States the whole time, I was the biggest torpe in the world. Like I was the biggest torpe in the world.
But you were.
Yeah, super. My gosh. And after that, yun na yun. I started courting her when we went back.
Naalala ko kasi the first time I worked with Sarah, it was a small show in the restaurant on the 13th floor. And I was walking in, tapos sabi ko, sino yung nag-vocalize? Kakalipat lang niya. Tapos sabi ko, grabe yung boses ng mga babaeng to. And then like, she was always such a professional to work with, and she was very nice, and she always listened to her mother, and it was such a joy to watch her sing live, diba? So parang, if you're in the presence of somebody that like astoundingly talented, diba? Parang sasabihin parang napakaswerte ko naman na naririnig kong kumakanta ng live itong babaeng to. Grabe talaga yung talent. Parang marirealize mo, parang yung Diyos, fair siya, pero partial siya kay Sarah Geronimo. Kasi grabe yung gifting ni Sarah. Di ba? Parang,
no, but G, like...
When I watch her, sabi ko parang grabe yung regalo na binigay ni Lord kay Sarah. Iba yung talent niya sa lahat. Sa lahat.
Yeah.
And then you get to witness that sort of like talent and everything every day in your life. How do you feel about being the husband of like the woman that everybody looks up to? Like, I look up to her. I'm a pop star officially. How do you feel about being her husband?
How do I feel about being her husband? I guess every single day is a dream, G3.
Yes.
Up to now, every time we get off the car, every time we go to bed, every time we wake up, every time we have breakfast, I'm like, oh my gosh, it has happened after 6 years. We're actually driving a car together. We're actually having breakfast together. We have a home together, and we're building a future together. I mean, it's incredible. G, if you just know, if you just know, it's just incredible. And I really believe if something's really meant for you, it will happen. It will happen in God's time. It will happen for the right reasons, if you have the right reasons. I really believe if there's an objective you wanna go to and achieve, you really have to have that honest reason in your heart on why you want to do it. Because if you have like some malice or iba-ibang gusto mo, it's not gonna happen. You really have to have that honesty in you. Do I make sense, G3?
Yes, perfect sense. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. Like, syempre, di ba parang ikaw parang now that you have it all, you have it all. You have the wife, you have the career, you have everything. Di ba parang the journey to getting to this place wasn't very easy. Like everybody saw naman, it was a very public journey also, di ba? Parang why do you think that of all the people that tried to pursue her, I mean, like you were the one that succeeded. Why do you think you have, what quality do you think that you possess that made you succeed in terms of like, ending up with her? Kasi everybody wants to, I mean, kaming lahat ng popstar, gusto nila the perfect person for her. Diba? So why do you think you were the one that succeeded actually?
Wow, though I'm so far from perfect, G3.
You're so
I,
perfect.
no, every single day I always, I try to be the best for her, and you know what I'm very proud of Sarah G3 is that she is she is a woman now, and she's really something. She's amazing. That I mean, she bakes, she cooks, she does all these things on her own, and she herself. Sabi ko, wow, I'm actually doing this. You know what? I'm extra proud of her. G3 is that okay, if it wasn't for E6U and for this whole thing, going to ASAP should be in the studio a few days before rehearsing, recording, etc. with a sound engineer and everything. But now we don't have the liberty of doing this, doing that. For
Yes.
2 days, G3, she's been inside. We have a studio here. She's been inside the studio for 2 days. She'd only come out for a meal. She's recording for her ASAP. That's why she's so good at what she does, because she's a perfectionist. She wants everything. People don't know this. When she just goes out there, yeah, she's good. Yeah, wow, magaling. But people don't know how hard she works to perfect a song number, or. So that's really great. I'm very very proud of her. She's by herself. She's her own engineer right now. She's doing her own thing. So grabe, kung alam nyo lang, kung alam na ng mga tao ba na how hard, how passionate she is. And, it's incredible because her work mode, you cannot talk to her. You cannot talk to her. Once she gets there, boom, she's so focused. She's just there. And every time I see her perform on stage, I'm like, wow, that's my wife. Like, I forget that's the person I live with.
Yes, yes, yes. Grabe. Do you feel that parang ikaw, parang, oh my God, I cannot believe like all of my, like all of my love paid off and everything, that it was really a love that led to marriage, diba? Can you take me to the day that you were the happiest with her?
Wow. I don't know.
Marami, I'm sure.
Marami,
I'm
syempre.
sure. Pero like, ikaw, like what stands out in your head, what that stands out in your mind and in your heart? Oh my God, this is the happiest I've ever been with Sarah.
I guess the day I proposed.
Ha?
Yeah,
Saan
yeah,
ba?
the day.
Saan ba? Kasi
G3.
ganito na lang namin nag-propose ka. Kwento
One
mo.
day, sasabihin ko one day. Secret muna.
Oh, sige, secret. Pero kasi na ano naman yan eh. Anyway, parang when you propose to her, kinabahan ka.
Oh yeah, yeah, super, super.
Did you think that she would say yes? Or ano yung feeling?
No,
What were
of
you
course,
going
of
through?
course. Sabi ko,
Like,
this
ikaw,
is it.
sige,
This is
tell
the
me na
girl.
lang
I
the
was.
emotions. Tell me na lang the emotions you were going through. Like, from the when you woke up, did you know that when you woke up, you were gonna propose to her that day?
No, I planned it. I planned it. But
Ah,
when
you
the
planned
time
it naman.
came,
Oh.
yeah, when the time was there, when it was the time for it, parang I couldn't do it. I was really, oh my God. I was like, oh, hito na. It was like the words were in my lips. It couldn't come out. So, but yeah.
Sobra ka na stress. Feeling mo mag-yes siya.
I was hoping. I was hoping.
But were you not sure?
Uh, I don't know because syempre, you're in that state na you don't want to be too sure, 'di ba? You don't
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
sure. What if kung naghindi? Eh, pusa, 'di ba?
Wait, paano mo na-decide na magpo-propose ka na? Gano'n na kayo katagal together?
Matagal na 6 years na. 6 years na.
Ah, okay. And then like
Matagal na.
in choosing the ring, who helped you? Was it just you?
Ah, paano ba?
Saan mo binili yung ring?
My brother, he's my brother. My brother-in-law, he's a jeweler.
Ah,
So he fixed up the ring. But I don't know if I told anybody this, but the first ring was my grandmother's ring.
oh my God, eh, ano? Heirloom!
Yeah,
Heirloom!
yeah, yeah. And that first
Heirloom.
ring, I guess I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. That the first ring was my nona's ring, my grandmother's ring, my Italian side, and I'm very proud. Na, this is the first time I'm saying this, but I'm very proud. Na it did not need readjusting or anything. It was perfect.
Perfect. As in like, sakto.
Mm-hmm.
Meant to be. Do you believe in destiny?
I guess I think so. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is Sarah your destiny?
Because I guess because God placed us in the same space at the right time. At the right time when we were both uh, ready. I don't want to say ready. I don't think you'll ever be ready for something. But when I know it's hard to explain. It's hard to say that I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm 100% complete. No, no, it's never like that. There's of course there's always some what ifs,
Kinikilig ako, sorry.
uh, but you always have to trust. You have to trust, especially trust in your partner. I trust Sarah so much, and I'm very proud of her. And she's an incredible person that I trust fully. So that's where I hang on, kumbaga.
Kasi all of us, like when I look at Sarah, look, I've only worked with her like as a professional singer, ganyan, parang parati lang siyang ganyan, like she's a star. But I don't have a friendship with her, and I think a lot of us, di ba, parang we don't know her in an everyday Sarah kind of way, di ba? Parang of course you have that privilege, you have that blessing to know her in a very ordinary way. Like when you post pictures with her, na parang, oh my God, sobrang simple na yung Sarah. Kasi ako nakikita ko siya star, Beyonce, parang all of these things, di ba? That's Sarah Geronimo to me, di ba? Parang as a fan and as a pop star, I want to know what she's like at home. And I see a glimpse of that. I see glimpses of that when you post pictures of her like at home, when she cooks, like when your sister gets married and everything. So, apart from the star that she is, what is Sarah Geronimo? Who is Sarah Geronimo?
Wow. Sarah's an
To you
amazing.
as the person that loves her the most.
Sarah's an incredible wife, G3. I cannot ask for more. A lot of people before getting married were like, what if she's like this? She's never done this. She's never done that. But you know what? You never know until you're there, kumbaga. And this is just the beginning for us. We're just married
I
6 months. But her growth. I mean, she's an incredible, talented person. She's brilliant. She knows it. She knows what she wants in her heart, and I'm really happy that she's actually doing what she wants. And she, like, for instance, before she'd wake up at 9, 10 a.m. Now she's up before me, 6 a.m. She's already up. I'm like, love, please sleep, so I can have my alone time. I can work out for a while. But no, she enjoys it. She enjoys getting up. She enjoys different things. She's incredible, and she's just a great person, G3. I mean, nobody's perfect. But of course, we have our arguments here and there sometimes. All that, I think that's all natural, normal. But in the end of the day, what's important is that you guys see eye to eye, and you know we're husband and wife. You know, na kumbaga, she's my partner, I'm her partner, and we do decisions together.
Kamusta Ampulo? Amanpulo, maganda Amanpulo. Have you been there before?
No, this is my first time.
What was it like visiting Amanpulo for the first time with your wife? Kamusta
It
yung
was
experience?
It was incredible, G, because all of us tried. We were very lucky that Dr. Vicky Bello invited us to go, and it was a really nice time just to get out and just be with nature because what's happening here with with all around us. It's very very.
How long were you there? How long were you there?
3 days. 3 days.
Oy, masaya yung 3 days.
Yeah, yeah,
Hindi
yeah,
na yun, diba?
yeah,
Hindi
yeah.
nagsama-sama, diba? And then, of course, diba, parang that was your parang sort of official honeymoon, sort of.
I guess. Yeah.
Happy ka naman.
Of course. Aman was beautiful.
But you're getting known to be like an unboxer, di ba? Like when I watch your unboxing videos, parang ako natutuwa, aliw ako. Hindi ko alam kung bakit yung mga tao nag-wild, di ba? Parang did you feel weird about the attention that people gave to you when you started unboxing things?
I mean, I posted that video 2 weeks before it went nuts.
Oh, and then how did you feel when it went nuts?
I was like, whoa, dang, look at these gamers are so intense.
Minessage pa kita, di ba? Sabi ko, that's so hot. Like, do it more.
I will do it, but I'll put out a nice unboxing for you next week.
I promise. Sige, tag mo.
Promise.
Wait,
what product do you want?
Ano ba yung mga products na i-unbox mo?
Do you want a Mac 2020 MacBook Pro?
Basta gusto ko yung galit na galit ka. Yung talagang tatapon-tapon mo.
Okay. PS5's coming soon.
I wanted to unbox you and I wanted to really to get to the bottom of who you are and how you love. And because, di ba parang in this time of quarantine, everybody is becoming so reflective and sensitive and introspective. And,
yeah.
Parang it's always good to be in love with someone when you are isolated, di ba? Parang I feel like a lot of your fans look up to you and they look at your relationship and see how much you fought for it. And they also see how much you've succeeded in fighting for it. So what advice can you give to all of your followers and all of your fans when it comes to love, when it comes to fighting for love? Because you have fought long, hard, and persistently to get the love that you have now.
My advice, G3, was just whatever you do, especially when you're in love with somebody, you must be honest, you must be true, and you must do everything and anything with a pure heart. Kumaga, if you're doing something with the second thoughts or with a different agenda that you want to benefit from, etc., etc., I don't think you will accomplish whatever you'd like to accomplish in a satisfying way. In the end of the day, you really have to go in there for both of you. It's not just about you, and you have to do it in the honest way. You cannot hide anymore. You cannot cover. You just have to be honest. So just be honest. That's very, very important, G3. No, for me.
Why do you think that we should fight for love?
Why do we think we have to fight for love? Because love is the best thing in the world. It could make you feel the best. It could make you feel the worst. But once you find that, and once you find that partner, it will just bring you incredible places. And I always believe, G, you're a beautiful person, inside out, etc. But one day, when you find that person that can come into your life, you will be even. You will synergize together and become grabe.
Ireto mo kasi sa akin, my God, ang tagal-tagal naman ni Marlon Stock ang dumating sa buhay ko. Anyway, all of us astronauts na. Ano?
Text ko si Marlon mamaya.
Sige. Basta, kailangan sa iyo manggaling. Anyway, para sa amin lahat ng astronaut fans, like, as a final question, what is the best thing about being married to Sarah Geronimo? Being the husband of Sarah Geronimo.
What's the best thing? Wow, what's the best thing? And parang mahirap yung question na yan. Ano yung
mga things na parang grateful ka to be? Kasi di ba parang lahat ng couples ngayon quarantine together, parang oh my God, I can't stand your face anymore, like 24 hours a day, di ba? Parang may iba naman parang, I want to be with you more. Pero syempre, di ba parang now that we're in this boat together and we've been quarantined together for the most part, di ba? Parang it's sort of a abnormal, the time that we spend with our loved ones. Diba? Parang it's not the normal amount of time that we usually spend back in the
Of
old
course.
normal. Diba? So what do you feel most grateful for being with her, your wife, all the time, like 24/7? What makes you lucky to be the husband of Sarah G?
We're learning. We're learning about each other, about life, about everything, everything about each other. The smallest things to the biggest things, about adulting to the craziest things. We're learning, and every day is a learning process now. And about work, about everything. G. That's what makes it so interesting. And we disagree sometimes, we disagree, but at the end of the day, we always make it a point. We look eye to eye and say, okay, we have to compromise. We have to look in a compromised situation or a compromised solution always. But this is the first time we're living together, so everything's new to us. Everything's very
Kaya,
new to us.
diba? Kaya.
Very masaya. Just to see her do all these things she's never done before, it's amazing. It's amazing. She's baking, and if you saw one of my posts before, she did like this souffle thing. It was incredible. I promise you. Erwan
Nakita ko.
Yusuf, yeah, Erwan, like all other chefs, Erwan Yusuf like tried like 100 times to make the souffle. Sarah did it the first time.
Ibenta nyo yan. Ibenta nyo, my God. Hit yan. Ibenta
Yeah,
nyo.
we will. Hopefully we will one day. And yeah, she's really talented in these cakes things. Huh? I mean, it's not easy, G. All these cakes is very difficult, but she's very good. She's very good.
Yes, of course. Oh my God. I mean, like, I feel like Sarah can do anything. She can dance, cook, whatever. Ikaw kasi, parang carry mo ba sumayaw kay Sarah? Or baka mag-give up siya sa'yo?
Huwag na mag-give up. Kaya dyan.
Maraming salamat, Matteo. Was that hard? That wasn't hard, diba?
That was nice. Tapos na tayo, 1 hour. 1 hour.
Tapos na tayo 1 hour. Gusto mo ba extend? Gusto mo 2 hours?
Hindi, matulog na. No, but G,
Night,
before we end, thank you very much.
I want to thank you for like teaching us what you learned. Kasi syempre, diba, iba pa rin kung nanggaling sa'yo, iba pa rin kung ano yung mga natutunan mo. Kasi marami talagang humahanga sa'yo. Ako, I've known you since Gimaras. I mean, like, this was, my God, I think more than 16 years ago. You were still super totoy with your weird, nerdy hair. But
yeah.
I look at you now, you are a husband. You are, like, everything that, you know, like, you are supposed to be. And you just really became yourself. And I'm just very proud of you. And I want to thank you for talking to me na kahit na 5 weeks kitang pinilit.
Pasensya na, G. No, we had a show. We had to show the pop stage. We ended and yun, I couldn't commit to you. So yun.
Yeah. Also, tsaka I would used to see you in grammar. Si ganyan, G, shut up, ha? Don't say that I'm here. That you saw.
Oh nga, I used to see you out always.
I would see you out all the time. But you know, you have a special place in my heart because like I feel like parang diba, parang this is one of the guys in show business that are really, really pure in heart. And I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy that you succeeded and you are married and you have the love of your life in your life. Diba? So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, G.
I hope hindi ka masyadong na-stress like the whole day.
No. Ikaw pa. So, no, G, but let me say something. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything that you've been doing. You know, I love what you do. You make people look forward to, you know, reading your posts and watching your content and all these things. So congratulations, and I hope you keep doing this because it's very interesting. Everybody's on their phones now and just, you know, and like you said, kanina, you're finding your spot now, and I'm sure you will find a big spot, a great spot that will make your career fly very soon.
Thank you.
Diba? Yeah, I'm sure. Ikaw pa. Ikaw pa.
I hope to see you soon. I hope to be in the Johnny One and eating pizza. For the most part, diba? Parang salamat. Yeah. And you can sleep now. Thank you for staying up for me.
Thank you. And to everybody watching, thanks guys. And Abby's been here since the beginning. Abby, I miss you. I remember
Doris also. Doris has been there kanina.
Oh, si Doris. Hi, Doris. I remember.
I love you, Macho. And like, my God, my love for you will remain the same from the time that you had weird hair to now that you're like everything. You were the husband to beat.
G, my unboxing next week, it's for you.
O sige, itag mo ako para makita ko kung paano ka magwala sa pa-unboxing mo, di ba?
Sige.
Bye!
G, take care. Good night. Good night. Bye.